Stop. What if I were to tell you that you don't need romance in order to have a good marriage? You don't need romance in your relationship. I know this may sound strange to you, but I want you to hear me out for a little bit. This is what you need first. First, you need wisdom. You know why you need wisdom? Because wisdom is applied knowledge, and then you need understanding for the purpose of comprehending that information. And then there is knowledge, which is information for functioning. To understand it clearly, we have to flip our idiomatic expression that romance is necessary for a good relationship. The reason why we have to flip it upside down is because we want you to have the right information. And that is why we're here, because we're going to be discussing the marriage or mirage. Many persons think that they're in a marriage, but guess what? They are actually living in a mirage. I don't want you to be living in a mirage. I want you to be having a marriage relationship. And as such, thank you for staying tuned on Wife Only. Let us now get into the meat of the matter of the meat that you came here to devour. Now, in order to move forward, we have to understand clearly that this idiomatic expression was coined by the Hollywood society because they wanted to sell you a fantasy. Yes, they wanted to sell you a fantasy. You may be wondering why they want to sell you a fantasy, because fantasy sells. And the idea of something that is unattainable is something that they desire. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us once again. Yes, we had a small interruption. The doorbell rang, and that was in the nick of time because we got information from someone who was married for over 75 years. Yes, that is older than I am. And do you know what they said? They said that indeed it is true what you're saying. Romance is not necessary in a relationship. A relationship of a marriage nature does not necessarily need a consistent supply of romance as Hollywood presented. What it needs is understanding. It needs wisdom to be applied. And in order to apply wisdom, the first thing that we need to understand is that we need to ensure that we are connected to the source of wisdom. And guess what? That source is God Himself, because all wisdom is derived from God. So if you desire to be wise, you have to be connected to God. Some persons say that you're smart, some persons say that they're cunning, but that there is not necessarily a true expression of wisdom. It may be someone of desecration of wisdom, using your knowledge, your advantage in a way that compromises the integrity of others. Some persons may do things to get resources from other persons without applying or providing the prerequisite benefits that they were expecting and intended to have received. That there is not a good reflection of wisdom. And as such, we have to be very mindful of those individuals. But let us get into the meat of the matter that you came here to devour as we continue the quest of marriage or mirage. I hope that you're choosing wisely and you're taking notes as we go along. Yes, let us get back at it. It says, you cannot have wisdom without knowledge and understanding, as wisdom is the application, right? So knowledge, it presents to us the information. So what I'm giving you right now is information. I'm giving you knowledge which I have garnered from the Word of God, from experiences of successful individuals, from my personal success, and from the failures of others. I am combining all those information so in a comprehensive manner so that you can have understanding, which is the comprehension of this information that I'm giving to you. All right. But in order for you to be considered to be a wise person, you have to be able to take the knowledge that you have plus the knowledge that I'm giving you, and then use your mental faculty, think about it, reason it out, and express the understanding of comprehending it. Once you comprehend it, I don't want you to sit on that information. I don't want you to sit on that comprehension. What you need to do next is to use wisdom and apply it, because wisdom is the application of it. Have you ever seen many persons saying, hey, I know exactly how to make $1 million, but they will tell you exactly how to make the $1 million, but they will never do what it takes to make that $1 million. That there is, they may have the knowledge, they went to school, they have their MBA, they have their PhD in business, but they have never started a business. So they have the knowledge, they have the understanding of what needs to be done, but they have never applied what needs to be done now to start the business. They say that they want to be rich. They have read so many books about being rich. They have read so many literatures about being rich. They have seen a lot of their friends being rich. They have given advice about how to be rich, but they are not rich because they have not applied the wisdom which is needed, because that there is application. So what I want you to do is not to only listen to the information. I want you to apply it to your personal life, to your relationship, so that you can reap the benefits of what we are saying to you. So the end indicates the starting point, and the starting point indicates the end, because life is like a circular relationship. Your duty is to stay in the circle, or better yet, stay on the circle so you pass in cycles. For this purpose, the work of the information that you are going to be consuming needs to be truth. And that is why we are going to advise you that the things which are not adding value to you, you're going to have to try to let them go. Many of the information in our culture, they are very dangerous to us and will kill you if you take them in and apply them to your relationship. I have seen this lady giving relationship advice. She has frozen her eggs. She is approaching 60. She has been in multiple explicit sexual relationships. She is not married, but yet she is giving relationship advice. I want to know if you, as a well-thinking individual, would take relationship advice from her. She's telling other persons how to get a husband, but she does not have a husband. Would you take relationship advice from her? But guess what? She has over 1 million people listening to her and taking advice from her, even though she does not have the success of a relationship, because she's an entertainer, yes, and that is what the society has promoted. Entertain me, come into my life, give me the juice, give me a little laughter, give me a little comedy. Yes, entertain me. That is what they use these individuals to do: entertain you, distract you from that which is important. And by the time your entertainment session is done, guess what? You would have been 60 years old and you realize you have no husband, you have no children, you have maybe all the money, you have all the education that you need, but you have nothing of meaning or substance to show for it. Because all the education you're gonna realize the older you get is worth nothing. All the money that you have, you're gonna realize that money doesn't exist. It's just zeros and ones, and it's paper that is legal tender that doesn't really have any value. So you're gonna realize when it is probably too late, if you don't take and heed the advice today, that all of what the society is telling you to focus on is negligible in comparison to that which you need to focus on in this moment. When you're in your youth, that is when you have the advantage. That is when you have the power. That is when you must make the best decision that can safeguard your future, not only for today, but your future that is to come. So, now that you have tapped into the truth, you must understand it. The information and understanding serves no purpose unless it is applied. And I'm imploring you, it is my desire for you to have a successful relationship. I don't want your relationship to fail. I have seen too many persons making the same mistakes of their parents, their foreparents, having failed marriages, disrespecting the man of the house, running the man of the household so that they can get food stamps. This is the madness of the society that we live in. Yes, and they say, yes, we have the American dream and food stamps. They don't want any man in their household. Yes, they don't want any man, but they are taking money from Uncle Sam. Doesn't that blow your mind? This is a mad situation that is taking place in our society today. But I wish for you nothing but the best. And that is why I'm humbly presenting this information freely to you so that you can make rational decisions, decisions that will save your life, save your family's sanity and structure, and also add value to the society. Let us apply the knowledge, let us apply the understanding as we exercise wisdom. This is where we're going to take a pause as we break momentarily. And I say to you, be the wife you were meant to be. Until next time, when we meet on the inside to continue the discussion. Signing out.